Jikaze, jikaze, tujikaze, tujikaze, jikaze. Africa, tujikaze, tujikaze, jikaze. America, tujikaze, tujikaze, jikaze.
You are listening to African Father in America podcast by Simon Javan Okello, live from Seattle, Washington, USA.
Greetings, beautiful people. My name is Simon Javan Okello. I am excited to be here with you for another amazing episode of the African Father in America podcast. Thank you for joining me. I am currently live here on YouTube. I'm live on TikTok. I am live on LinkedIn and Facebook and also Twitter. I have an African proverb that I'm going to share with you that is going to form the foundation of our conversation today. It's going to be a short and sweet conversation. So thank you again for joining me. It's Friday, exactly 6:04 a.m. here in Seattle, Washington. Let me know where in the world you're joining us from. And also, just let me know where you are in the world and what you think about the proverb I'm just about to share with you, which is from Tanzania. Our proverb today says that sticks in a bundle are unbreakable. Unite. Sticks in a bundle are unbreakable. This is very, very important. This is a very important proverb, especially because, currently, we live in a world that is so divided, We live in a world that is so divided, if you look at what's going on in Sudan, it's creating more division. If you look at what's going on, of course, the situation in Ukraine has been going on for a while now. It's creating more division, but also at an individual basis, it's really important that we consider finding things that that bring us together with people than things that separate us with people. So this proverb is really, really important and it's really timely. So I'll share 3 nuggets of wisdom, with the African Father in America podcast. Every episode has an African proverb, and then every episode also has 3 nuggets of wisdom. So if you listen to all the previous episodes of the African Father in America podcast, you'll find that we share these beautiful proverbs with the hope that, it makes us proud of who we are. It helps us preserve our culture, especially in these times where someone like me, I'm so far away from home, I'm here in Seattle, Washington, but I'm originally from Kisumu, Kenya, and I'm a father of 3 girls, So one of the quickest ways that I can quickly share with my daughters about my culture on a consistent basis is through these proverbs. So I literally listen to the episodes that I'm recording now, like today's episode of the African Father in America podcast. I will be listening to it with my daughters on my way to drop them to school, on my way for meetings. I will also be listening to this and many other episodes, So it's really important that we create content that we can listen to together with our children. We create content that we can listen to together with our colleagues, but allow these proverbs to also help us preserve our culture. That's my motivation for doing this. This is the 3rd year of doing the African Father in America podcast. But I also want you to know that I'll be taking a break in the month of May, and also part of the month of June and July. I'm currently putting in a lot of work in Madaraka Festival, and so waking up, I have to wake up at 4 a.m. every morning to do this podcast, 4 a.m., sometime 4:30, sometime 5, because to be live at 6, you have to do some preparations, you have to also I have to put in some work on other things, so it's not new for me to be waking up at this time. I've been waking up at this time for a long time, but I'm also just mindful that it's important to slow down. And as we are getting close to the first Madaraka Festival USA tour, which is coming up on May 16th, I just want to be physically, mentally prepared. And so that means that we might not be doing the daily African proverbs most likely the whole month of May, so from May 1st you might not be seeing a lot of me doing this show. So you should enjoy it right now while it lasts. So our proverb today: sticks in a bundle are unbreakable. Unite. This is true. This is true. I remember me and my family. I can proudly say that me and my siblings, we were raised in a way that we've stuck together and we are helping each other and we are supporting each other in different ways until now. If my mother did not do a good job, ensuring that we can work together, we can live together, we can support each other, I think we would have been in a different situation, So for me, majority of my listeners and my viewers are young parents, like myself, and it's really important that as you watch this episode, as you listen to this episode, you just remember to instill the idea of what this proverb is telling us in your own circles, in your own family, in your community, in your church. No matter where you are, unity is strength. Unity is strength. And I want to tackle some of the nuggets of wisdom that we have here quickly, and then I also want to read your comments. So comment down below, whether you're on YouTube, where I also want you to subscribe to my channel on YouTube, but also whether you're on LinkedIn, whether you're on Facebook, whether you're on Twitter, but if you're on TikTok, make sure you share this live. Just make sure you share this live with others who are watching. I'm reading some of your comments there on TikTok, and I'll be able to just respond to them in a moment. But when you look at this proverb, sticks in a bundle are unbreakable, it means a couple of things, and I have the 3 nuggets of wisdom ready here. The first one says that unity and cooperation can lead to great strength and resilience. Unity and cooperation can lead to great strength and resilience. If you look back in history, whether it's the most recent, changes that people wanted to implement as a result of police brutality here in the US around the Black Lives Matter movement. If you go back to the civil rights era, where people wanted more freedom and voting rights for women and black people, or if you go back to Africa during the colonial era, it's only because of unity that a lot of these problems were solved. Yesterday I have a little garden in my backyard, so it's the season of preparing the garden and putting seeds in the soil and watering it and hoping that the seedlings sprout very soon, and then you move the seedlings to other parts of the garden once they're mature enough. So I was doing a lot of this work by myself, and then my last-born daughter came up and she said, I want to help, but I forgot that she has been seeing me doing gardening for a while. So she's very familiar with gardening, So she came and she put on some big gloves and she looked very funny, but she was very excited to help, Of course, as a child, she really destroyed a lot of the ideas that I have because she had her own ideas, but I still felt like I was united with with my little daughter, and she was helping me, and we had conversations, just one-on-one for hours working together, and I feel that these kind of bonding moments, activities that can bring you together with your daughter, your wife, your kids, whoever, really helps build strength and resilience between you. So what this proverb is teaching us is that unity and cooperation can lead to greater strength and resilience. Number 2, when we work together and support each other, we can accomplish more than we could do alone. I'm actually facing a situation where I am producing the first Madaraka Festival. It's a national tour, all over the US, I'll actually put the banner on my screen so that those who are watching on Facebook and YouTube and LinkedIn and Twitter can take a look at what I'm talking about. So when you look at such a huge production, it's clear that this proverb is reminding me personally that when we work together and support each other, we can accomplish more than we could alone. I could definitely not do such a project on my own, and I just want to thank every single person who is involved with helping me produce the Madaraka Festival this year. There are people who are helping here in Seattle who are spending sleepless nights helping ensure that the show happens successfully at Benaroya Hall on May 26th. Thank you. And of course, there are people in New York, there are people in Dallas, there are people in Atlanta. If you don't know enough about this, you should go to madarakafestival.com. But this proverb really reminded me of what everyone is doing to help make Madaraka Festival possible. And I just thank you, because it's true that we can accomplish more than we can when we are ourselves. When you're working with people, like-minded people, people who understand the vision and they're invested in it, then you can build great things. Imagine how the pyramid in Egypt that continues to puzzle some of the greatest minds to date. Imagine how it was built, where during those years there were no machineries, there were no helicopters to carry all those rocks and put them in the places where they are. It was because of unity that all those great builders were able to build the pyramids that stand until today. Now, the final nugget of wisdom is division and conflict weakens us, while unity and solidarity empowers us. Yeah, this is exactly correct. This is exactly correct. When you see nations that are divided, for example, if you look at Sudan, that is in current complete chaos. Not too long ago, just in 2010 is when officially South Sudan was divided from Sudan. I worked in South Sudan for a number of years around those times when the division of Sudan from South Sudan was happening. But you see that the division of Sudan from South Sudan did not help, because both sides are actually in serious conflict and in dire need of help. Everybody is being evacuated from Sudan, and in South Sudan there is immense fighting too. There is unstable political situation there too. So this proverb is just reminding us that when we are divided and we are in conflict, we become weaker. Even though Sudan and South Sudan are very rich, they have so much oil and gold, they are very weak countries, and they're actually going to a country like Kenya that does not have the same amount of minerals. They're asking for help. The same to Congo. Congo is very wealthy, filled with probably the most wealthy country in the world. But because of division and conflict, you find that it's also one of the weakest countries. People are starving there, and it's just because of lack of unity. So unity and solidarity creates empowerment. For example, Rwanda is a tiny country, but they have a leader that is he's an iron fist. He's the iron fist kind of leader, Paul Kagame. He has somehow managed to force the country to work together in unity and solidarity. Things like tribes, things that create division are illegal there. If you talk about your tribe and this and that, you might end up in jail. So even though the kind of leadership that exists in Rwanda is an iron fist kind of leadership, but it's still working. It's still demonstrating that it's true, that through unity and solidarity, people become empowered. Rwanda now hosts the NBA Africa. Rwanda now has the Kigali Convention Center that hosts some of the most magnificent events in the world. And just recently, Rwanda launched a stadium honoring one of the greatest soccer icons of our times. So it's just important to think about what this proverb is telling us. I do want to read some of your comments. I want to see if any of you also have your own perspectives. Oh, Brian Bege, thank you for joining me today again. Brian says that togetherness is powerful enough. Yes, that's true. Togetherness is powerful enough. So I just want to thank you all for being here with me today and for supporting the African Father in America podcast. If you have not subscribed to my channel on YouTube, I highly encourage you to take a moment and do that right now. And I also encourage you to subscribe to this podcast on Apple Podcasts. We are live on Apple there, and this is a 5-star rated podcast on Apple. So your support there is much, much appreciated. So today, this is the end of my time with you today. I just appreciate you. I want to look at TikTok here briefly. Steven, thank you so much for joining me there. If you're watching on TikTok, make sure you follow me there. That's one of the ways that you can catch me when I am live. So make sure you follow me over there. Steven says, umoja ni nguvu. Umoja ni nguvu is a Kiswahili word that means unity is strength. Okay, my friends, thank you again for joining me today, and be sure to join me for Madaraka Festival. Madaraka means liberation, and Madaraka is actually an official holiday that happens in Kenya every June 1st since Kenya's independence. It's the day that the British colonizers left Kenya for Kenyans to decide what their future was going to look like. And so we took that national holiday in Kenya and brought it here in the diaspora. And since 2014, we have been celebrating Madaraka Day. And primarily, we've been producing this Madaraka Festival in order to raise funds, in order to create awareness about the importance of music and arts education in Africa. And so we've been running a very successful education, music and art program in Kenya. And now we are partnering with Mama Hope and a number of other partners to grow this work across East Africa. So join us on May 16th in New York at Irving Plaza, on May 21st at Buckhead Theater in Atlanta, on May 24th in Dallas at the House of Blues, and on May 26th in Seattle at Benaroya Hall. We are going to make history. We have Eddie Kenzo from Uganda, who is a Grammy-nominated artist, joining us. It's headlined by Sauti Sol. Kenya's own Sauti Sol are joining us there. And we also have King Kaka. King Kaka is from Kenya as well. We have Drez from Zimbabwe. Anthony Cole from... Anthony Cole is from Trinidad and Tobago. And then we have Tacoma Refugee Choir. And we have One Vibe Band, we have DJ Les Cadence, we have DJ Poison Ivy, DJ Afrisha, DJ Freddie Mooks, and DJ Black. This could not happen without our sponsors for the festival. So because I'm live now, I just want to give a quick shout out to some of the incredible sponsors for the festival. Number one, we have a very unique sponsor from Kenya. This is a sponsor that is doing real estate. They buy land, and they resell the land. They develop it for people, especially who are in the diaspora. So if you're a Kenyan living here in the US, this company is called Certified Homes Limited, and they are one of the sponsors for the Madaraka Festival. I love this because there are very few Kenyan companies that actually go the extra mile to support events like Madaraka Festival. But they're not just supporting and sponsoring this event. What they're doing also is engaging the audience, and they're doing it in a very unique way. They're giving properties away. So they're giving 4 pieces of land in Kenya away during this festival season. So what they're doing is that on May 16th in New York, they have 1 piece of land that they will be giving to one of the audience members. There is a criteria by which they will pick the winner. So make sure you join us if you want a piece of land. You will not only enjoy the music, but you might end up being a landowner in Kenya. Then when we go to Atlanta, there's another piece of land that Certified Homes Limited is offering to the people here in the diaspora who are interested in settling down back home. There is a piece of land that you could win in Atlanta. Then there is another one that you could win in Dallas. And then there is another one that you could win in Seattle. So you have to come to Madaraka Festival if you want to have a chance to own land in Kenya. So check out Certified Homes Limited so that you can learn about this opportunity. They have a website. But I want to come back and just thank Amazon as well. Amazon, it's one of the biggest logistics companies in the world and tech companies in the world, but it was started here in Seattle, Washington, and we've been very fortunate. Last year Amazon supported the Madaraka Festival massively, and this year Amazon is also supporting Madaraka Festival in a big way. So we thank you, Amazon, in the community. We also thank you, Amazon Black Employee Network at Amazon. We thank you also Alaska Airlines. Alaska Airlines is supporting the Madaraka Festival this year. They are going far. They're going above and beyond to ensure that we transport all these incredible African artists across the US. So thank you, Alaska Airlines. We have so many sponsors to thank. So I'll stop there. But if you want to learn more about our sponsors and our partners, I want to thank also Tito's Vodka. Tito's Vodka is also coming through as a wonderful partner. Wire is a money transfer company. It's a bank, actually. It's a Kenyan bank built for immigrants by immigrants. The founders of Wire are former employees of the World Bank. So many so many sponsors to thank. But if you want to learn more, you should use this hashtag Madaraka Fest 2023, Madaraka Fest 2023, and you can learn more about everything that I'm talking about. And with those few comments and shout outs, I just want to thank you again. Let's see. I see that Cabs is here also. Cabs, nice to see you. Thank you for joining me. And really, I see that I'm receiving some messages here on TikTok. Okay. Well, I just have to go now. I thank you. Sometimes it's hard to press this end button because I just want to spend more time with you all. But I have to go because I have to get my day started. But I thank you, and make sure you subscribe to my channel on YouTube. Leave your comment down below. Our proverb today is incredible. It says, "Sticks in a bundle are unbreakable. Unite." Thank you so much. Take care of yourselves. Peace and love.
African father in America. Tujikaze, tujikaze, jikaze. Tujikaze, tujikaze, jikaze. Africa, tujikaze, tujikaze, jikaze. America. Tujikaze, tujikaze, jikaze.
You are listening to African Father in America podcast by Simon Javan Okello, live from Seattle, Washington.